Our biggest fear is we have a student crossing the road and somebody whizzes by and they hit our student. And we have to tell the parents.
We are responsible for delivering student transportation to Parkland County. Approximately 7,500 students on any given day. The students' pick-up spots, everything has to be correct in order to maintain the safety aspect. We have 2 urban centres, which is Stony Plain and Spruce Grove. The rest is all rural routes, and a lot of those are on provincial highways. The speed limit on those highways is 100 kilometres an hour, and we do conduct pickups. We try to avoid pickups on highways, but sometimes where the residence is, we have no choice, and we have problem areas. And what we do based on that, we then allocate an extended stop arm to that unit on that route. So we have one specific route which is on the main highway just outside Stony Plain. We had a lot of flybys.
Yeah, so we have one particular spot in Stony Plain that we were getting passed every day by several vehicles. People just weren't seeing it. The stop sign was too small, it's close to the bus, it just wasn't extended far enough. So as soon as we had the extended cross arm, it then all of a sudden becomes visible. Like it's away from the bus, it's just not connected to the bus, and then people are seeing this big arm that comes out and they're like, what is this? It's new, it's different, and it's just something they haven't seen before, so it's just it's grabbing their attention, that there's something there that they need to stop.
Once the extended stop arm was on, because of the distance it extends into the opposite travelling lane, it almost eliminated the flybys on that particular route. So it was very, very successful. We currently have 5 installed, and we've just purchased another 25. We just identified the routes that we are going to install them on, and that installation process has already started. Everything's a rush these days, and people are in a rush and they don't always pay attention. So by having the extended stop arm on the unit, it thereby puts that stop arm in the other travel lane and increases visibility.
We're hoping to have that more this year with the more that we're adding, and we want to just keep adding this to our fleet because it's become helpful, it's becoming visible. We're becoming visible again. But our drivers love it.
Hey, my name's George Carl. I've been driving school bus for Parkland County for almost 5.5 years. Was a former police officer, and been doing this since I retired. I find there's 2 different types of people. There's people who don't know what they're supposed to do. That's the smaller group. And then I find some people that disobey signals with buses tend to be people who simply know what they're supposed to do and they just don't care. I think sometimes the drivers assume because they see kids on the right side of the bus that nobody's going to come across the road, so they simply make a decision to disobey the signals. The thing I find about them is that with the extra lighting and the extra length, I see the cars slow down a little earlier. They seem to see it a little more, and it's a little out of the ordinary, so it seems to catch their attention better. I think especially on the smaller roads, because it's so out of the ordinary, it catches people's attention. I have had some parents, and I've had some of my students ask about it because they pick up on it quick. They notice that it's something completely different than what they had seen before. And some of them laugh at it. And why you got this huge crane on the side of your bus, you know? But
what do you tell them?
I basically tell them that the whole idea is to get traffic coming the other way has to stop.
We haven't been successful with ticketing. That hasn't stopped the problem. We haven't been successful at all of the education materials out there, all of the signage, all of that has not been successful. We've had some people come right up to the stop sign of the extended arm and have stopped because they're like, what is this? Because it's preventing them to go past.
The folks that can make the decisions, I say, go for it, because essentially this has cut down the flybys. It shows that these things work, and therefore there is a need for it. It increases student safety. I think that would be beneficial for any transportation department.
The rules haven't changed for probably almost 50 years. Stop means stop.
Extended stop arm should be a standard feature It is highly beneficial, whether it's in an urban or a rural area. I would love to see it come as a standard feature on all school buses that are built.
The cost is well worth it to be able to protect our kids, to be more visible, and to make sure our kids can be safe.
Stop means stop.